welcome Heather Keller. So this is going to be really fun today. This is really just a candid conversation. We just discussed how amazing it is for us to get to know each other one-on-one before we start, sharing a bit about the products that you have available and also really the designation. That's the like, big winner. If you are looking for designations in your career and you want to further your education as far as distressed sales are concerned, short sales are concerned, you're going to want to watch this interview with Heather. So if you'll just do me a favor and just introduce yourself, let me know, how long you've been in the business, where you're at, all the fun things.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me, Nicole. I'm super excited. Short sales can be very daunting and scary and at sometimes you know, lonely. And so I do try to make things super positive. So I think you guys will see my passion shine through and that I'm like a very positive person. But anyways, I grew up in Michigan and I moved to Chicagoland in 2006 really seeking like a career and I am going to dominate the world and yada yada. I got into mortgages. Well, we all know what happened in the mortgage industry. It essentially tanked. And so that's where I met my husband, and we kept hearing the word short sales, and he's always had this knack for being ahead of the curve on things. And so we started a business around short sales. And I look back at those times and I wish I had someone like me back then because I probably could have gotten further in my business that I had. So, anyways, we started a business around short sales, and so it took us forever to just close them. I mean, if you ever did a short sale back in the day, it was absolutely crazy. So, fast forward to now, I'm handling all the short sales. He has another business, and I absolutely love them for so many reasons. Probably have to have another show for that. But I reside in Chicagoland, and so Illinois is pretty up there with the foreclosure rates. But it does not matter where you're at in the United States. There's always going to be foreclosures. But I'm still doing them. I absolutely love them. I have lots of crazy stories I can tell. But I'm essentially, I mean, a success story. Like my husband and I started, we had absolutely nothing, like nothing. And we got to where we're at with hard work and dedication and really having a supportive team around us. So we just moved into our dream home in August. And so that was a huge accomplishment. And I always tell people, like, you absolutely can accomplish your goals. It just may take some time. I had a goal to buy my dream car. It took me 10 years. Anyways, I got two boys. One is going to be 13 next month, and the other one is going to be 10 this year. So
Okay.
that's a little bit about me.
No, no, that's really good. It's so crazy because different markets have different, numbers of short sales and
Yeah.
reasons for why people would be doing a short sale. It's always kind of, I know back in 2006 to 2000, I think 12 is when I did like the bulk of them, 12 or 13, maybe the latest 13 was when I did the bulk of them. And dang, those people did really, really well who acquired the short sales. They just need to be patient, and wait for them. But what's really exciting is, so not only do you have a short sale business, but I also like to talk a little bit about the space of being an entrepreneur. So many of us as real estate agents, we also are entrepreneurs in
Mm.
that we have a passion for helping people in addition, like within a different niche. Like, yes, I'm in real estate, but obviously I like coaching women in real estate, helping them, figure out how to navigate this business and really sharing all the secrets. And likewise, you have stepped into the short sale space. So what's cool about it is, yes, you started a career doing this, but also it was another business. So you've created another business where putting all the information together, right? You wish you had somebody like you, but tell them about what's so cool about just what recently happened, where you were able to partner and really put your stamp on short sales and really pave the way for everyone. Really, like if you want designation, this is where you go. So if you want to elaborate a bit on that, it's always fun to really pay tribute a bit to the entrepreneurship that we have, and kind of how that worked.
I didn't come into this thinking like oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. I just assumed, okay, I'm going to be a real estate agent, but I really saw the need, Nicole, of like, there's so many homeowners across the United States who truly need our help. But there's also a lot of agents that don't really know the ins and outs of these types of transactions. So really the only way for me to help those homeowners is to start with the real estate agents. And I created all of this on my own. I mean, yeah, I have a virtual team that helps, but I love it, and I love doing the trainings. I'm live 5 times a week in the group. And I'll touch on the designation, but I wanted to start with this. A lot of people think that there's not short sales in the market. And so because they're not in it every single day. So I give this analogy. Like you go out, let's just say, Nicole, your dream car is a white Range Rover Sport. Okay, let's just say that and you never see it, and then you go and buy that, and you're driving it every day, and you're in it every day, right? You're gonna start to see that car. It was the same thing that happened to me. And that's the exact same thing with short sales. If you're dealing with it and you're working on your business every single day, then they're gonna come to you. And so um I connected with Tony Martinez at the CDPE over the summer, and so I do have access to a discounted rate for your CDP designation. He is a wonderful guy. They have a wonderful team. The CDP is great, and so it stands for Certified Distressed Property Expert. So if you are loving education and you love designations and all that fun stuff, then yeah, feel free to reach out. I do have that connection, and so that does help. You can come through and do our program, which Tony said. He said that he absolutely loved having someone that can actually teach the everyday, trials and errors of short sales because that's not what the designation is. It's just getting the designation. It's not the hand holding. So
Right. That's the half the problem with our industry really is we get a real estate license and we can sell real estate, but nobody really knows how to sell real estate or how to find business or you know what I mean? So really having somebody that's the hands-on, willing to, take, each person by their questions and help them along and help them through that is really great. So you've created a couple of things. You've created a book and a guide. I know for sure, but we also have the Facebook group, which is where we send people to. So tell
yes,
tell us a little bit about the book and about the guide or the Facebook.
sure, sure. So I created this group a couple years ago. It's called Thrive in Real Estate as a Short Sale Expert. And so I created that group because I really want agents to be able to come and kind of, get an idea of the short sales and see that, hey, Heather's really providing valuable information. So inside of that group, I do a lot of stuff, but most importantly, every single Thursday at 11 a.m. Central, I go live and do some sort of training. So every single week it is different. So, for example, last week it was really prepping for your short sale listing, like everything you need to know. This week we're going to be talking about photos. It's like something that people ask me all the time. Do you take professional photos? What if it's a hoarder house? Or what about this, and that? I have some really fun things coming up, a really big, huge contest that I'm going to be running. But I try to make it fun. And so it's a great training tool. There's tons of resources. All of the trainings are recorded so they can go back to, weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of trainings. So that's the group. Um,
Can you
it's,
see can you see your past trainings in there? Are they just in the feed? Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, and I know you're familiar with Facebook groups, but my group I think is pretty easy to navigate. I've spent a lot of time trying to make things as easy as possible. So at the top of the group, if you click the guides tab, then there's the first guide is all of the past live streams that have been recorded. Every single one has been recorded. So they can go through it. It's the name of the actual live stream and then the recording. So that goes all the way back through. I think we started this process last summer. So yeah, lots of trainings.
Good. No, that's so nice. Want to come organize mine?
I love organization, so,
Oh,
I think I could
I
probably
don't
start.
allow live in there except for me, and, when we go live, but, oh my gosh, it's a lot, it's a lot. I've been in your group, I've seen it. It's very easy to navigate for sure, and if you have questions, you can always just use the search bar at the top, right? Like, you just put in the keyword and
Yeah,
it'll which is really good.
yeah,
And
but,
so how much
uh,
how much is that? How much is the training? I know we talked a bit about it before, but
yeah, so the group that I was just speaking of, that's a free group.
okay.
So anyone can come in. I really like people to get to know who I am before they just kind of jump into my trainings because, inside of the trainings, it's a lot. And so what I don't want to do is overwhelm you. But we have two options for the actual member group, which there's another private group on top of that. And that's where all of the past 2 years, everything is stored there.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, we're live 5 times a week with trainings. I mean, it's really hard to tell you everything in like a short
Yeah.
amount of time.
Yeah.
But that's where the book comes in, Nicole. So you asked about the book. That is given to every single member who's a part of the coaching program.
Cool.
And it was a book that I created many years ago, ultimately to help the homeowner understand the process of a short sale.
Hmm.
But I realized very quickly it was a wonderful tool, a powerful tool, I should say,
What
to help to build relationships with attorneys.
oh, nice. Very good. Yeah.
Inside of the group, they actually get the book as if they wrote it, and then we will teach them what to do with the book, how to put it online, how to go out and build those relationships, find the attorneys, what to say, letters that we've used. Um, and I have a secret. So that book actually is great to give to clients that are already ready to go for a short sale or attorneys. But a lot of people come to us when they are still in denial or maybe not sure what option they want to do. And so I have another book in the works.
Good, cool. I like hearing the
Yeah.
goodies coming.
So you're really kind of the first. I dabbled a little bit and told it in the coaching group, but you're the first person I've really said anything to. It is going to be called Ways to Avoid Closure.
Say it
Um,
again. Say it one more time.
um,
Okay.
That's okay. So it's going to be called Ways to Avoid Foreclosure. And it's going to be like this one. Our members will get access to that as if they wrote it. My design coordinator creates all that. But the difference is it lays out all of the options for these homeowners so they can properly do their due diligence
Yeah.
prior to, okay, I'm ready to sell. And so it's just really great. And so
Oh,
it's
but that's exciting. It's a lot of work. It's exciting
it
though.
is, but I do enjoy it, and I think a lot of people most people in the group are just, thankful to have some organization and some consistency and those powerful tools to really help them get the business. So,
I find too that here in here in my city, there's not very many people that are considered a short sales expert. During the market when it was during the recession, we definitely had a few stand out that I knew like really dominated that market. But if you're looking to take over a niche, or if you're looking for an inside track and you want to start creating a name for yourself, I feel like this is like a best kept secret. I really do. I think this is a lot of opportunity for new agents coming in, or agents that are needing a little bit more business, to really dive in and learn something about your craft. Fine tune something. If you're unfamiliar with it or you're scared of it, I mean, really just pop into your Facebook group and start reading some of the comments, just like you would in my group, right? Um, but that's what's exciting, and that's why, bless your heart, you've been waiting for me to get this all set up so that I could actually be able to, advertise properly for people inside of Real Estate Talk for Women. You're definitely one of my most favorite vendors in there. So the people that you can know, like, and trust, that is the reason why we did preferred vendors, is because I know this is a legit business. What they're You get what you pay for, right? Like, that's another thing I feel. all too often we get scammed. So I'm really excited and really, really appreciative of having you be a valued member in the group. It's really, really important. So we're going to be doing this. We'll have this interview with you, and then we will be doing a spotlight for you inside the group, which is going to be another opportunity for us to go live in there. So hopefully
Yeah.
we're going to do a quick run with this this interview just to give you a little information about it. I had several people on my Instagram comment that they're interested when we finish this interview to send them information. So I may get with you to give me a download or something, a downloadable or something that I can send out to them so that they can follow you for more information, or reach out to you for more information. So if you maybe want to share your contact information, I don't want to cut you off, but I want to make sure that you get everything that you feel like you want to talk about. We're really going to get into depth when we do our one-on-one interview, and we talk a bit more and maybe do some behind the scenes
Yeah.
inside your group. Is really cool, and just kind of see all the things that you offer. But really, if it wasn't for people like Heather, who's put together something like this, it just makes our industry better, and I want to just say thank you, because I promise you, like, it comes back to you tenfold, and you can see you're reaping the benefits of it. But the way that we make our industry better is by educating ourselves and by becoming really that expert. All of a sudden those commission questions and how much are you going to charge me all goes out the window when they can feel your genuineness and your sincerity, and they feel like they value your education and what it is, and really leading them into a position that's going to be benefit them, even though it doesn't feel like it's a benefit sometimes. But this is really one of those areas that they need an expert. So super cool. So why don't you share with us how we can find you, so that we can make sure I'll put that here on the video. But I'm excited to do our next interview where we'll be live in the group. So
Yeah, I'm excited too. I mean, like, I'm a visual person, so this is a great little teaser, but I want people to reach out to me. I'd be happy to, meet with you. So you can email info@blueprintshortsales.com. So info@blueprintshortsales.com. Myself, I try to get back really quickly. I'm very easy to get a hold of. I'm super friendly. So if you got 1,000 questions, put them in the email. I will absolutely get back to them. I always tell people I love, love, love questions, but I am a visual person. So I can't wait to come back on and show you what we're doing inside of my actual coaching program. I think people, once they see it, they're like, but you'll really be blown away by everything that we're doing.
oh, and the price. Like, tell them how much it is, because that's what's crazy to me. It's not even, it's a really small investment in learning loads of education, that ultimately you'll get a huge return on. So what's I can't remember the cost.
But that's
I
okay.
just
So
remember it low.
we actually have two options now. So I had a lot of people come to me and say, "Hey, Heather, I really want a payment plan." And so that was one of my big releases at the end of last year. So there's a lifetime, membership into the group. You have access to all the past stuff. So we have two separate systems: a Kajabi system that has all the modules, and then our Facebook group. But it's a one time. If you want to do one time payment, it's $29.97, so 2,997. And then if you want to do the payment plan, it's a one time upfront of 797, and then it is I've expanded it out to 12 months at 247.
Oh, that's
So um really just kind of depends on what you want to do, but before you say, oh my gosh, that's too much, it's not. You really got to look at the what's going on inside of the group, and ultimately you're making more money on these short sales, and so you close one deal and it's gonna pay for it, depending, two times, three times. So it's really little investment for what you're actually getting.
we get paid a great amount of money for what it is that we do, but we need to be the expert in or to justify. Like, honestly, we get paid, we get paid well, but we also work very, very hard, and this is an opportunity. Really, I think you can gain some market share here if you're interested in doing, like, when the market started to slow down, I knew this is what's going to happen. It happens every single time. Real estate agents start to panic. I don't have enough leads. I need some leads. Who's got leads? What's the cheapest lead source? Listen, it's not about the cheapest lead source. And you missed it already. You missed that part. Like, you should have been planning for that when the market was going like this. You should have already had that in place. And so this is an opportunity right now because we're starting to feel another correction in the market. As you start to feel this correct again, this is an opportunity to really step up your game and start to grab a bit of that market share. I mean, I just think that that is the key. Whether or not you do it in short sales or you do it in, 55 plus, or you do it in new construction, there are so many different avenues that you can really become an expert in. I just know that they're like, really, Heather has the corner on the market as far as education is concerned in the short sell arena. And I know because I'm in the business and I've been searching, and she really has a quality program and product to get your designation and then really become that expert. She'll show you how. So I'd do it if I were you. I think it sounds great, but I'm excited. I'm super stoked to have you in the group and make sure that we'll get your interview up here in a couple weeks, but we're going to give them this little teaser, and we'll be dropping this over the next couple weeks in the group, so that everyone can kind of get to know you. And it's about building that know, like, and trust factor, I feel, inside my group with the
Yeah.
vendor. And really,
And I like
yeah.
that because it took how long for us to connect, and then we like instantly connected. And I was like, you know what? Sometimes patience is just, you get a lot of patience when you're dealing with this type of niche. So I'm looking forward to meeting everyone in your group and answering all the questions that they have.
Well, and you're a digital creator too. You're an entrepreneur, so this stuff takes time. It just really does. It takes time to do this, and I appreciate you waiting for me. But, like, unlike Heather, she's got a team. I'm like this one man band over here, but
You
that's
need to delegate some stuff out,
oh, I
which I like.
know. I'm getting better at it. I'm close. I just, I really have mad concern for privacy for my people, and for making sure that the group stays really, really authentic. Like, it would be the worst thing ever if it wasn't. And so it's really important to me. So that's probably the that's my biggest hang up. So when I can get over myself, I'll call you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you next
Thank you.
time inside the group. Thanks,
Yep.
Heather.
Talk to you soon. Bye.